My dear seekers of truth, welcome to a journey that will challenge everything you thought you knew about our origins. Today, we delve into the darkest secrets of the Garden of Eden, revelations so astounding they have been censored for millennia. Have you ever wondered why the story of Adam and Eve in Genesis seems so incomplete? What secrets do those missing pages of our sacred history conceal? Today, my friends, I will reveal the contents of a forbidden book, a text that the church has kept hidden for centuries, a manuscript that threatens to overturn the very foundations of our understanding of Eden and our first ancestors. Prepare to discover the true forbidden Eden and the secrets of Adam and Eve never revealed in Genesis. What you are about to witness could forever change your perception of human history and our place in the cosmos. The truth, my dear seekers, is about to be unearthed, and I warn you, once you know it, nothing will ever be the same. The Book of Adam and Eve, my esteemed seekers of truth, is an apocryphal text that has been a source of controversy and fascination for centuries. This manuscript, also known as the conflict of Adam and Eve with Satan, offers us a radically different perspective on what happened after their expulsion from paradise. But before we dive into its secrets, we must ask ourselves why this text is not part of our current Bible. What does it contain that religious authorities have deemed so dangerous as to keep it hidden? The official story, the one we all know, tells us that Adam and Eve were expelled from Eden for disobeying God and eating the forbidden fruit. But this is where the canonical narrative ends. Genesis leaves us with more questions than answers about the fate of the first human couple. The Book of Adam and Eve, however, goes much further. It recounts their struggles, their encounters with celestial beings, and even suggests that they received forbidden knowledge that could alter our understanding of the origin of human civilization. This text speaks of a very different Eden than the one we imagine. It was not only an earthly paradise, but also a nexus between our world and higher realities. And what if I told you that Adam and Eve were not merely the first humans, but the first witnesses to a cosmic intervention on our planet? The implications of this book are astounding. It suggests that our first parents had direct contact with beings we might describe today as extraterrestrial. Could these angels mentioned in the text actually be visitors from other worlds? Furthermore, the Book of Adam and Eve speaks of knowledge and technologies that seem out of place at the dawn of humanity. How do we explain these anomalies? Could it be evidence of a prehistoric advanced civilization? Or perhaps the proof of extraterrestrial intervention in our origins? As we unravel the mysteries of this forbidden text, I invite you to keep an open mind. The revelations we are about to explore challenge not only our understanding of biblical history, but also our perception of our place in the cosmos. Prepare yourselves, my dear seekers of truth, for a journey to the very heart of our origins. A journey that will take us from forbidden Eden to the stars, questioning everything we thought we knew about Adam, Eve, and our very destiny as a species. In the coming minutes, we will together unravel secrets that have remained hidden for millennia. Secrets that could rewrite the history of humanity as we know it. My esteemed seekers of truth, let us now delve into the most striking revelations of the Book of Adam and Eve. This apocryphal text offers a fascinating and controversial narrative about what truly happened after the expulsion from Eden. Firstly, the book speaks of the profound disorientation of Adam and Eve upon leaving paradise. It describes a hostile world, very different from the garden they had known. But the most intriguing part is the mention of a divine light guiding them. Could these lights actually be advanced technology from superior beings? The text frequently mentions encounters with celestial beings described as angels. However, the descriptions of these beings are surprisingly detailed and at times unnervingly physical. It mentions chariots of fire and bright robes that dazzled like the sun. Doesn't this remind you of modern reports of UFO sightings and encounters with extraterrestrial beings? One of the most controversial passages narrates how these angels instructed Adam and Eve in various knowledge. They taught them about agriculture, metallurgy, and even astronomy. Why would celestial beings be concerned with teaching such mundane skills? Unless, of course, they were not angels but visitors from another world, attempting to help a young species survive and evolve. The book also mentions a mysterious object called the Book of Knowledge. It is described as an artifact containing all the wisdom of the universe. Could this be a reference to some kind of alien database or advanced storage device? Another fascinating aspect is the detailed description of Adam and Eve's struggles against dark forces personified by Satan. But what if we interpret this from a different perspective? Could these dark forces represent an opposing faction of extraterrestrial beings in conflict with those helping humanity? The text also refers to the longevity of Adam and Eve, suggesting they lived hundreds of years. This aligns with accounts from other ancient texts regarding the extraordinary longevity of the first humans. Could this be the result of an alien genetic intervention? Or perhaps the effect of advanced medical technology provided by these celestial beings? One of the book's most surprising revelations is the mention of other gardens or paradises. It suggests that Eden was not unique, but one of several enclaves created by these superior beings. Could these actually be biodomes or controlled habitats, designed for terraforming experiments or for adapting human life to Earth? The Book of Adam and Eve also details how the couple learned to communicate with animals and plants. From a modern perspective, this could be interpreted as an advanced form of ecological understanding or even interspecies communication technology provided by extraterrestrial visitors. Perhaps one of the most intriguing aspects is the description of how Adam and Eve perceived the world differently before and after eating the forbidden fruit. The text suggests they initially perceived realities beyond the physical. Could this indicate that the first humans possessed psychic abilities or extrasensory perception, possibly granted or activated by our alien creators? The book also refers to a mysterious third heaven, a realm beyond Earth and the visible skies. In the context of the ancient astronaut theory, this could be interpreted as a reference to interstellar travel or even alternative dimensions. Finally, the text describes how Adam, before dying, passed secret knowledge to his son Seth. This included prophecies about the future of humanity and information about the celestial watchers. Could these prophecies actually be long-term plans of our extraterrestrial creators for the development of human civilization? My dear seekers of truth, these revelations from the Book of Adam and Eve compel us to reconsider everything we thought we knew about our origins. The traditional biblical story seems to be just the tip of the iceberg of a much more complex and astounding narrative. What if our true history is one of extraterrestrial intervention, cosmic experiments, and a fate intertwined with beings from other worlds? The implications are profound and unsettling, but remember, the truth, no matter how uncomfortable, always deserves to be explored. In the next section, we will delve even deeper into these revelations and examine the evidence that might support this astonishing theory about our true origins. My dear seekers of truth, before we dive even deeper into the mysteries of the Book of Adam and Eve, let us pause to reflect on the implications of what we have uncovered so far. The revelations we have explored raise unsettling questions about our history and our place in the universe. If Eden was truly an extraterrestrial experiment, what does that mean for our understanding of creation? Are we the result of a cosmic design far greater than we ever imagined? And if these angels were actually beings from other worlds, are they still watching over us? Do they continue to intervene in our development as a species? Could it be that many technological advances and evolutionary leaps in our history have been the result of their hidden guidance? But perhaps the most disturbing question is why this information has been suppressed. What forces are working to keep the truth about our origins hidden? Is it possible that there are powers on Earth that still maintain contact with these beings and jealously guard these secrets? In the coming minutes, we will explore evidence that could support these astonishing theories. We will examine connections between the Book of Adam and Eve and archaeological discoveries that challenge our understanding of ancient history. Prepare yourselves, my dear seekers, because we are about to enter even more controversial territory. The revelations that are to come could forever change our perception of reality. Are you ready to challenge everything you thought you knew about our past and our future? Are you prepared to face a truth that could be stranger and more astounding than you ever imagined? The answer to the mysteries of the universe might be closer than we think. Perhaps all this time, the key to understanding our place in the cosmos has been hidden in the censored pages of our own sacred history. My dear seekers of truth, before continuing with our revelations, I want to take a moment to thank you for joining me on this journey of discovery. Your comments and theories in our previous videos have been truly inspiring. As one of you mentioned in the last video about the Dead Sea Scrolls, the truth is out there. We just have to connect the dots. And that is exactly what we are doing here, connecting the dots between ancient texts and modern theories. If you're not yet part of our community of researchers, I invite you to subscribe right now and turn on notifications. Every week, we unravel new mysteries and explore theories that challenge our understanding of the world. And speaking of challenges, what do you think about the revelations from the book of Adam and Eve that we have discussed so far? Do you believe they could be evidence of extraterrestrial intervention in our origins? Share your theories in the comments. Your perspectives are invaluable to our collective research. For those who are eager for more, I have a surprise for you. In our next video, we will explore the connections between the book of Adam and Eve and the enigmatic Sumerian texts. Could these ancient civilizations share a common origin, perhaps from the stars? Stay tuned, because the truth we are about to discover could change everything. And remember, at Biblical Conspiracies, we don't just question history, we rewrite it. My dear seekers of truth, let us now return to the depths of the book of Adam and Eve to reveal even more astonishing secrets that could rewrite our understanding of human history. One of the book's most intriguing revelations is the detailed description of the Cave of Treasures. According to the text, this cave not only served as a refuge for Adam and Eve after their expulsion from Eden, but also contained artifacts of celestial origin. Could these treasures actually be advanced extraterrestrial technology left to guide the development of humanity? The book also mentions that Adam received instructions to build an altar using specific materials and following a precise design. The description of this altar is surprisingly similar to what we might today consider a communication device. Is it possible that this altar was actually a way to maintain contact with our extraterrestrial creators? Another fascinating passage speaks of how Seth, Adam's son, was taken on a celestial journey where he was shown the mysteries of creation. The description of this journey is strikingly similar to modern accounts of extraterrestrial abductions. Could it be that Seth was the first human to experience interstellar travel? The book of Adam and Eve also refers to a mysterious seed of life that was planted on Earth. From a modern perspective, this could be interpreted as a form of directed panspermia, the theory that life on Earth was intentionally seeded by an advanced extraterrestrial civilization. A particularly intriguing aspect is the mention of guardians assigned to humanity. These beings, described as constant watchers, could be interpreted as an extraterrestrial surveillance force, monitoring and possibly guiding our evolutionary development. The text also describes how Adam and Eve were instructed in the use of medicinal plants and advanced healing techniques. Could this indicate that our ancestors possessed medical knowledge far more advanced than conventional history has led us to believe? And if this knowledge was a gift from our extraterrestrial creators? Another surprising revelation is the description of a luminous stone that provided light and heat. Could this be a reference to an advanced energy source, perhaps even miniature fusion technology provided by extraterrestrial beings? The book also mentions rituals and practices that seem designed to alter human consciousness. From a modern perspective, this could be interpreted as methods for activating latent psychic abilities within the human brain, possibly implanted by our alien creators. A particularly enigmatic passage speaks of a war in the heavens that preceded the creation of humanity. Could this be a reference to an interstellar conflict that led to the seeding of human life on Earth as part of a broader cosmic experiment? The Book of Adam and Eve also contains prophecies about the future of humanity, including references to great catastrophes and rebirths. Could these be predictions based on advanced knowledge of the future, provided by beings capable of time travel or seeing alternative timelines? One of the most intriguing aspects is the description of how the descendants of Adam and Eve spread across the world, carrying with them different aspects of the knowledge they had received. Could this explain the striking similarities between seemingly unrelated ancient cultures around the world? The text also references a universal language that all humans originally spoke. Could this be evidence of a language designed by extraterrestrials, optimized for communication and human cognitive development? Finally, the Book of Adam and Eve mentions a divine plan for the redemption of humanity. But if we interpret this from the perspective of extraterrestrial intervention, could it be that this plan is actually a long-term program for the development and evolution of our species? My dear seekers of truth, these revelations from the Book of Adam and Eve present us with a radically different vision of our origins and our destiny. They suggest that we are part of a grand cosmic experiment, guided and observed by beings from the stars since the beginning of our history. If this is true, what does it mean for our future? Are we approaching a turning point in this cosmic experiment? And what role do we, the seekers of truth, play in this grand universal drama? The implications are astonishing and possibly terrifying. But as I always say, the truth, no matter how unsettling, is preferable to the most comforting of lies. My dear seekers of truth, now that we have explored the astonishing revelations of the Book of Adam and Eve, it is time to raise our perspective and consider the transcendent implications of these ideas for our understanding of the universe and our place within it. If we accept the possibility that our origins are intertwined with extraterrestrial intervention, we must fundamentally rethink our conception of reality. We are no longer simply the product of random evolution on an isolated planet, but part of a vast cosmic tapestry of life and consciousness. Let us consider for a moment the philosophical ramifications of this idea. If we were created or seeded by beings from other worlds, how does this affect our traditional religious beliefs? Could it be that all Earth's religions are attempts to comprehend and describe this extraterrestrial intervention through the limited lens of ancient cultures? Moreover, if we are the product of a cosmic experiment, what is our ultimate purpose? Are we being prepared for some greater role on the galactic stage? The idea that we might be part of a long-term plan for the development of consciousness in the universe is both exciting and overwhelming. From this transcendent perspective, we can see how many of the mysteries of our history might have a coherent explanation. The sudden leaps in technological and cultural development throughout human history could be the result of periodic interventions by our extraterrestrial creators. The inexplicable similarities between ancient cultures separated by vast distances could be the result of a common source of cosmic knowledge. But perhaps the deepest implication of these revelations is how they change our understanding of our potential as a species. If we carry within us the genetic legacy and implanted knowledge of an advanced civilization, what are the real limits of our capabilities? Could we be on the brink of an evolutionary leap that allows us to access abilities we now consider superhuman? This perspective also sheds new light on many of the problems we face as a civilization. Our struggles with war, inequality, and environmental destruction could be seen as part of our growth process, overseen by our cosmic creators. Are we being tested? Or are these necessary lessons on our path to higher consciousness? Additionally, if we accept the possibility that we have been visited and guided by extraterrestrial beings throughout our history, we must ask ourselves, do they continue to watch us? Are they waiting for us to reach a certain level of development before making open contact? The idea that we might be on the brink of a cosmic encounter that changes everything is both thrilling and unsettling. Through this transcendent lens, even our notions of time and space are challenged. If our creators can travel between the stars, could they also manipulate time? Could the prophecies mentioned in the book of Adam and Eve be glimpses of potential futures shown to our ancestors by beings who can see the flow of time? My dear seekers of truth, these ideas take us to the very edge of what is conceivable. They invite us to expand our consciousness beyond the confines of our world, to consider our place in a vast and interconnected cosmos. But with this knowledge comes great responsibility. If we are indeed part of a great cosmic experiment, each of us plays a crucial role. Our actions, our choices, our individual and collective growth, everything might be part of a larger plan for the development of consciousness in the universe. As you contemplate these transcendental possibilities, I invite you to keep your minds open, but your feet firmly planted on the ground. While exploring these astonishing ideas, we must also maintain a sense of humility and healthy skepticism. The ultimate truth of the universe may be even stranger and more wonderful than we can imagine. And remember, my dear seekers, that regardless of our origins, we are the architects of our future. Whether we were created by gods, aliens, or cosmic chance, our destiny is in our hands. The real question is, what will we do with the knowledge and potential we carry within? My dear seekers of truth, as we near the end of our journey through the secrets of the book of Adam and Eve, it is time to reflect on how these revelations can impact our personal lives and our understanding of the world around us. First, consider how this perspective on our origins might change our view of humanity. If we all share a cosmic legacy, shouldn't we look beyond our superficial differences and recognize our fundamental unity? Perhaps the divisions that separate us are just obstacles on our path to higher consciousness. Reflect for a moment on your own lives. Have you ever experienced moments of inexplicable intuition or connections that seem to transcend time and space? Could these be echoes of our stellar heritage, manifestations of latent abilities that we do not yet fully comprehend? The idea that we might be part of a great cosmic experiment also invites us to reconsider our individual purpose. How would your perspective on life change if you knew that each of your actions could have cosmic implications? Would you live differently if you understood that you are part of a greater universal plan? Furthermore, these revelations challenge us to question everything we believe we know. How many of our accepted truths might simply be stories we tell ourselves, limited by our current understanding? I invite you to cultivate an open mind and a spirit of constant inquiry. Consider also how this perspective might change our relationship with the planet and all life forms that inhabit it. If Earth is a cosmic garden designed for our development, don't we have the responsibility to care for and protect it? On a more personal level, I encourage you to explore your own innate capabilities. Meditate, practice introspection, seek to expand your consciousness. Perhaps in doing so, you may access that ancient knowledge that the book of Adam and Eve suggests we carry within. Finally, reflect on how this quest for truth has changed your own life. Do you feel more connected to the universe, more aware of your own potential, or perhaps more humble before the vastness of the cosmos and the mysteries that still surround us? Remember, my dear seekers, that the true power of these revelations lies not only in the knowledge we acquire, but in how we choose to apply that knowledge in our daily lives. Each of you has the potential to be a beacon of light and truth in a world that often seems shrouded in shadows. May these reflections inspire you to continue your personal quest for truth, to challenge the established, and to imagine the infinite possibilities that await us as an evolving cosmic species. My dear seekers of truth, we have reached the end of our journey through the forbidden secrets of the book of Adam and Eve. But remember, this is not an end, but merely the beginning of a new stage in our collective pursuit of truth. The revelations we have explored today are just the tip of the iceberg. Countless mysteries are waiting to be discovered, hidden connections that need to be unraveled. And for that, I need your help. I invite you to join our community of intrepid researchers. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel and activate notifications. Each week, we dive into new mysteries, challenging the established and seeking the hidden truth behind the official history. Share this video with those who you believe are ready to awaken to a new reality. Truth has the power to transform minds and lives, but only if we dare to share it. In our next episode, we will explore the surprising connections between the Book of Adam and Eve and ancient texts from cultures around the world. Could these similarities be evidence of a common source of cosmic knowledge? Remember, my dear seekers, that the truth is out there, waiting to be discovered. And together, we can illuminate the darkest corners of our history and our destiny. Until our next meeting, keep your minds open, your hearts brave, and your eyes always looking toward the stars. Because who knows, perhaps they are watching us too.